Yes, people, salams, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well and in good health. Okay, right now we're taking a look at a Guardian article. So it says here online fashion retailer Shein UK sales leap by a third to more than £2 billion. So that's good news for the business world. So let's see what's going on. Shein, the online fast fashion retailer originally founded in China, has increased sales in the UK by about a third to more than £2 billion last year. Obviously, big figures there. Now, basically, they've overtaken the British rival Boohoo and closed in on Asos. The company, which had been considering a £50 billion float on the London Stock Exchange but expected to list in Hong Kong potentially, said profits rose 56% to £38.2 million last year, on which it paid £9.6 million in corporation tax, according to accounts filed at Companies House this week. Now you can see with such a large company, just over £9.5 million they paid in corp tax, right? And that's obviously going to be a big benefit to the British government and essentially the British people, because then that tax can be used for services such as NHS, building schools, education, care for the elderly, and so on. So we need big business in the UK. Unfortunately, with certain economic conditions right now, a lot of millionaires are supposedly leaving the UK, and directors, CEOs, companies are also taking flight. There's not a massive exodus at the moment, but there is now a little bit of a trend of these people who are in the business space leaving to go to other parts of the world where there's less corporation tax or less taxes in general. So we need to try and maintain the British edge in terms of businesses here and entrepreneurship in order to allow those people to make profit and then pay taxes to help the system here. Now, Shein, which sells mainly fashion, has also moved into other products, so it's diversifying, such as toys and beauty. So it has benefited from the opening of two new offices in King's Cross and Manchester, the launch of a pop up shop in Liverpool, and a Christmas bus tour across 12 cities in the UK. Now, the strong trading figures are likely to increase pressure on the Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, from the UK government to tackle de minimis, so that's the rule that has underpinned the rise of fast growing online specialists, Shein and Temu. Now, Reeves is pledging to review the rule, which allows overseas sellers to send goods valued at £135 or less directly to British shoppers without paying any customs duty, after criticism by major retail bosses, including Simon Wolfson at Next and Simon Roberts at Sainsbury's. So, early this month, Graham Bell, chief exec at B&Q, said the rule was killing the high street more than anything. The rapid rise of Shein, which bought the misguided online brand from Mike Ashley's Fraser Group in 2023, has piled pressure on the UK online fashion retailers, including Asos and Boohoo, as well as low-price high street specialists such as Primark. Fears of China's retailers and manufacturers dumping goods in the UK have grown since the US in May revoked its own de minimis exception for Chinese-made goods, under which parcels with a value of less than $800 shipped to individuals had been exempt from import tax. Now, recently, it's announced plans to scrap the tax break for items from all countries later. So, the EU said in February it would phase out exemption on custom duties for low value parcels. Now, founded by the entrepreneur Chris Zhu, Shein is headquartered in Singapore and runs most of its operations from China itself, but sells all its goods outside the country and has recently begun diversifying and manufacturing, producing in different countries like Turkey and South America and Brazil. The retailer, which has almost trebled the number of its UK employees, so they're creating jobs in the UK, which is a good thing, to 91 in the past year, has basically reached a valuation of £100 billion in April 2022 fundraising round, making it the third most valuable startup in the world. Wow, 100 billion, that's a big figure there. However, expectations of the valuation have been slashed in the past year amid changes to import rules in America and other concerns around supply chain. The failure of Shein representative to reassure a committee of UK MPs at a hearing early this year that its products did not include cotton produced in Xinjiang region of China, which has been linked to forced Uyghur labor, prompted an MP to accuse one of willful ignorance. So you've got social and ethical considerations there as well, that are being looked into and discussed. But generally speaking, Shine has been able to smash the sales targets with £2 billion. That's a profit rise of 56% last year, overtaking big brands like Boohoo and Asos in the UK. Okay, people, have you ever used Temu or Shine online retail? Do you buy mainly from online, or do you still pop over to the your local high street? Do let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.